What does it actually mean? What is health of the self? And how do we achieve it? So this is just a recap that we just did. This is session 3. And we are talking about mental health or health of the self. So what is a healthy self? What is the state of the self on the physical body? We will also explore what happens when we misunderstand or don't understand happiness, when we misunderstand the self and harmony in it, and the impact of all of these on mental and physical health. So this is what we just were looking at, self and body. This is just a recap of that. Important to see here is material body is fulfilled by material things. Consciousness is fulfilled from within the consciousness. So what is happiness? Happiness is my internal state. This is a proposal about happiness. So in my internal state, if there is harmony, synergy, balance, then it is naturally acceptable to me to be in that state. Yes? No? What do you think? Naturally acceptable? And I want to continue to be in that state of harmony. So we can say that the state of harmony or synergy is happiness, or happiness is to be in harmony within. To be in harmony means you're comfortable, you're feeling good inside. And you want to continue to be in that state. Now what is its impact? That we'll see. So along the same lines, what is unhappiness? Again, it is my internal state. If there is disharmony within me, there's contradiction inside, then it is not naturally acceptable to me to be in that state. And I want to come out from that state. Make sense? Yes? So to be in a state of disharmony or contradiction is unhappiness. So we can say unhappiness is disharmony or being uncomfortable within. And this will also have an impact, isn't it? On ourself, on the body, so on our mental health and on the physical health. And we look at how that happens, right? So now you can see that if you are searching for physical facility and you get that physical facility, do you feel harmony within, or you feel excitement and you are restless for more? Excitement. Can you continue to be in that state? No, isn't it? So what do you need to do? So that we'll look at what is actually happening when we are going after these things for happiness. If we see, today we may have certain thoughts about happiness. That if I have all these things, I'm going to be happy. But we can already see that it doesn't lead to happiness in continuity. Rather, we become dependent on it for our happiness. So if I have the physical facility, I feel good for a short time. Then I start looking for more physical facility. I feel good for some time. Then I'm restless again for more. And it goes on. But my happiness is not continuous. I'm searching more. So whether it be pleasure from some sensation, like we were talking of, various sensations, listening to good music, eating tasty food, watching movies, going to different places, to try to see new places. Now there is a dependence on that. Can it be continuous? Can it? No. We can try this. We can try eating some favorite food of ours and see how long it gives us happiness for. At some point, you will feel, bas, enough. Now I don't want more. I am totally full. Now if somebody tries to force you to eat some more, what will happen? You will vomit, you will become unhappy. So there's no completion point here. The same thing that was giving me happiness, now the same thing is making me unhappy. Can you see that? So there is no continuity in this. Similarly, when we are seeking attention from others, so I think, everybody should respect me. So I wear branded clothes, I wear branded shoes. So even though nobody notices, I may go and stand with my feet out and show my new shoes or my new dress. Sometimes people will leave the label hanging outside so that you can see what kind of brand I'm wearing, so that I can get this appreciation from others. Huh? Yes, cars, bikes. Yes. So there is dependence on getting this favorable feeling from the other. And if the other doesn't notice, I am making more effort. They must notice. They have to say nice things. How can they be like this? I have made all this effort. I have got all these things. Now they have to be nice to me. Isn't it? But this can't be continuous, can it? So with this we will find sometimes we are excited, very happy. We go to a party, somebody notices and says, oh, what a wonderful dress, it is suiting you so much. And I'm all bloated up and I feel, oh, very nice. And I go further in the room and somebody says, oh, what are you wearing? This went out of style 10 years back. Now suddenly my balloon bursts. And I'm thinking, oh no, I should not have bought this. Really. Now I feel unhappy. So, yes. Yes. And if I'm going to one function, how can I wear the same sari again? People must see I have more than enough. Jewelry, yeah. See, all the gents are talking about saris, jewelry. Ladies? Yeah. So anyway, so we keep trying these things. First of all, we can't have it continuously. Secondly, are you really getting appreciation, or is it a feeling of jealousy? That also we should see. We think we are getting respect. You're working in a nice big office, and there is a peon sitting outside, and his only job is to take care of your needs. So you ring the bell and you say, bring one glass of water. And he goes running and brings glass of water. And I may think that, oh, I am very highly respected. This person is taking such good care of me. But we don't hear what that peon is saying to his friend. Are this big Saab, he's so lazy. He can't even get one glass of water. For that also he rings bell. So I have to go running and give the glass of water to him. But we think that we are getting a lot of respect. So, are we really getting appreciation from all this, or is it something else? And anyway, this is not something we can continue with our happiness, isn't it? So, sometimes you'll see that on YouTube, it used to happen with TV, now it happens with YouTube. You're flicking channels. You see something for 2 seconds, then you flip the channel. Then you see something else, no, not interesting. Then you flip something else, then something else, then something else. What is happening? Same thing, because yeah, searching for happiness. Yeah. So we keep becoming restless. We try something, oh, this might make me happy. We watch it for 2 minutes, no, it's boring. Let's watch something else. We go for something else. No, this is not much fun. Change it. Let's go to something else. So we are actually very restless, and we keep shifting from one activity to the other in our free time. What happened during COVID? So many people became so restless. We can't stay at home. We don't know how to deal with it. Every day we were going to work. It's like, who mentioned unhappiness during weekends? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So this is what is happening to our mental health. One moment we are on cloud 9. See that? On the cloud. The world is mine. That kind of feeling. Next moment we are down in the dumps. This is our state. If this is okay for us, then fine. But do we really want this? One moment we are feeling very elated, very joyous. Next moment we are feeling so low. This up and down, from movement from excitement to low self-esteem, sometimes to depression, disharmony inside, stress, tension, frustration, mood swings, right? Manic depression, we've all heard of that. So when we have the thing to indulge in, we feel very excited for some time. Then when we don't have that thing to indulge in, now we are unhappy. Then we find something else to indulge in, to escape from the unhappiness. Yeah. So we'll see that we keep seeking happiness. This problem is in the self or in the body? Self. What do we treat manic depression with? Medicine for the self or the body? Is it really helping the self? Huh? What's that? This mood swing, going up and down, up and down. Mania is like that very high feeling. I feel like I am on this cloud. And then we feel very, very low. So in these moments of low, that's when people get into substance abuse, thinking of suicide. Do you know that, Indian statistics show that 50% of medical students have depression. Can you believe that? Very high number, don't you think? These are the youth. These are the people who are our future, our potential. And if 50%, and these are the ones who have to take care of the health of everybody else. If 50% of them are having depression, what does it state for our education, for our way of living? Isn't it? So these are the implications. That we saw was the implication on mental health. Implication on physical health is, because of the disharmony inside, we are seeking happiness outside, or running away from unhappiness, overindulging, overeating, And we know the story, right? Obesity, acidity, diabetes, high blood pressure, all those things are happening. What about continuity of happiness? That is a question mark. What about the impact on our family, society, nature? You have a lack of feeling for the environment because you're only seeing yourself in isolation. If we see ourselves in isolation, will we nurture other people or will we exploit them? Exploit them. So I may have a lot of money. I may drive a Mercedes. But when I go around the corner and I see that banana vendor on the bandi, and I go to buy bananas, I might haggle with that fellow for 2 rupees. He says 60 rupees, and no, that's too much. I will give you 55 or 50. What are we doing? We think we are, somewhere I am feeling deprived, isn't it? I am feeling deprived. I don't have enough. That's why I can't share that with him. So somewhere I am exploiting that guy and not nurturing him. Isn't it? Yes? No? What do you think? If I am driving a Mercedes, how much difference is 10 rupees going to make to me? But 10 rupees may make a whole lot more difference to that person who is selling the bananas. Similarly, when we look at nature, we may keep polluting the nature. There's resource depletion. Today, a lot of people who are, we are trying to make more and more profit. So in that trying for more money, more profit, we may end up using pesticides, fertilizers, all the things that are harmful for the body. They're also damaging our soil. And many people who are indulging in these activities, they keep a separate piece of land for themselves. This is for the family, that is for others. So we don't see our relationship with anybody. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. So impact is there on the physical body also, mental health also, family, society, nature also. And this is what we were talking about some time back, escaping from unhappiness. So excitement or going after sensation for happiness, when you start eating the food, today we had gulab jamun for dessert. So when the stomach has place, then it may be that the gulab jamun is tasty and necessary. That okay, it is required for the body. If you keep eating more and more, at some point you will find it is not required by the body anymore. But you still might like the taste, so you eat more and more. At some point, it will become tasteless. Have you noticed? How many people have noticed that? Yeah. So then, now that same thing that was giving me a lot of taste and happiness, that same thing has become tasteless. And like I was saying, if somebody forces us to eat, now it becomes intolerable. And I become very unhappy with it. Same thing. My perception has changed. Same is true for feeling, trying to get feeling from others. So when we get that feeling or when we get that excitement, we feel very great. But when we don't have it, we feel very unhappy. And to escape from that unhappiness, we go into other things. So to the day, or when you feel the day is a drudgery. Yeah. So somewhere we are escaping from unhappiness when we get into these kind of activities. And of course, many times addictions, crimes, all those things happen with that. So this is another loop. moving from temporary excitement to temporary escape from unhappiness. Now we can discuss in our groups whether we are caught up with this loop. The loop to oversleep. You will see in small children. How many of us have children? Yeah, many of us. So when the children are small, you may notice when it is time to go to school, I don't want to get up. It's very difficult. I'm tired. My stomach is hurting. I don't feel good. All kinds of things come out. Yes, us also. We should clarify that, not just children. But when it comes to Sunday, chutti from school, oh, the children are up first thing in the morning. Same child, totally different now. Sunday is holiday. We are looking forward to it. Very nice, very happy. Monday, oh no. Adults also, very true. We call it Black Monday, and we say thank God it's Friday, and all these terms we have coined. Isn't it? So we keep moving in this loop, is what we were saying. Anybody from the groups want to share? Shanmukji, is it clear now? Yeah. That depends on you. So if you take this as information and forget about it, then it cannot lead to continuity of happiness. But if you take what is being said and try to explore it within you and try to look for your own harmony inside, make effort for that, then the possibility is there, definitely. Okay? Yeah, anybody has any question on this, or yes, please.
I'm happy, but that motivates me to perform better. But stress and other things which are distress, meaning which is unhealthy, causing unhappiness, that only I feel that it causes overeating, alcohol, drugs, and the other things.
Yeah. So I will we'll talk about that in a little bit. But when we say when we are unhappy, we feel motivated to do more. You ask yourself, when do you really feel like doing better? When you feel good inside or when you're feeling miserable inside? What is that? Maybe so, but do we have a choice? We have a choice there. Isn't it? We need not get impacted by the insult, but we can still do better. Why not? That choice also we have. There is a third possibility.
Automatically, it enters our mind.
That's what.
See, somebody is deliberately giggling and keep on saying that particular incident to everyone. So automatically what we become?
Yeah.
We focus and we try to succeed. We want to show in front of everyone that I have done that.
Yeah. So we have another choice. This is one choice we are making. We certainly have another choice that without getting unhappy, without getting disturbed, without getting distressed, also we can make that effort. That choice is there with us. That we'll discuss in a little bit when we come to this. Yes.
Ma'am, I have one point regarding ma'am told that. Like basically we are seeing insults as motivation, right? But at the point of winning, I want to win. That depends on my happiness, because if I win for others, surely I won't fulfill. I will go for what others are having me comments, those things and all. Then I will go stuck into the loop. So if I win for me, that is considered as my happiness.
Yeah.
That's what the point I would like to add, ma'am.
So we'll explore this about happiness, harmony in the self. Happiness we talked about briefly. Now when we go further in harmony in the self, then we'll see what is actually harmony within and what is stress. Yeah? So we were talking about this, that happiness is to be in a state of harmony within, and with that the impact on health is, because I am in harmony within, I am a healthy self, I am peaceful within, and the impact on the body of a peaceful self is, the body will continue to do its job, its functions. I won't be disturbing the body. Has anybody noticed any changes in the body when you get angry? How many people have noticed? What happens? Would anybody like to share?
Sweat. You will start sweating.
One person. Yeah.
You will start to sweat. Shaking. The body starts shaking actually.
So this is the example of disharmony that is created in the body because of our emotions, that we are not at peace, not comfortable. Yeah.
ரத்தம் கொதிக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீல் ஆகும் மேம்.
His heart is like pumping.
Yes. True. Those are all indicators that somewhere when I am not at peace within, I disrupt the body harmony also. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So unhappiness is to be in a state of contradiction or disharmony within. I am restless, disturbed, I am in stress, and the impact on the body can be all these things. High blood pressure, acidity, anxiety, all those things. Today we can see number of people who require counseling. Is it increasing or decreasing? Increasing. So we are using all these other techniques because this meditation, techniques to calm the mind, we find that they are useful in treating some of these conditions, increased BP, anxiety, acidity, all those. Because somewhere we do have an impact on the physical body. Our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings have impact on the body, but this is happening without our awareness. We think that, okay, I go to work, the janitor or the person who's cleaning up doesn't pay attention, doesn't do a good job, I shout, and the person quickly does the job. So I feel, oh, this works. I need to shout every time to get my work done. Now I start doing that. Now it becomes a habit. Now for everything I start shouting. Even when I come home, my child comes to play with me, I shout, get away, don't disturb me, I had a bad day at work. So now we are getting into this mode of these feelings which are not in line with what we actually want. And this is disrupting the body also. Isn't it? Is it time? Okay. Yeah. So some things can be because of the body, there are different things in the body, but a large percentage of the problems, if we trace it back, the root may be the self. Because I have some sort of feeling, and then it has some impact on the body. That impact on the body will be in the form of some physiochemical change. But if I'm not aware of the self, and I only know how to read the things in the body, I will say that this physiochemical change is responsible for this condition. I don't trace it back to the self because I'm not aware of the self. We say I mean, I can say that for myself, in the medical college, we have studied the brain controls this, the brain controls that. Brain is the one that is the major thing that is controlling the whole body. But then at the same time, when we talk about exercise, when we talk about other things, we say you have to train the brain. Now, who is the you? If the brain is doing everything, and we say you have to train the brain, who is the you? We don't talk about that. So clarity on the fact that I am the one who is having certain feelings and emotions, they have some impact on the body, and that leads to some physiochemical change in the body. I am reading that physiochemical change through my whatever gadgets, but I can go a step back and see that maybe it had to do with my feeling. So we can keep it open. We can have more research on those kind of things. That will show us. Yeah? Okay, we'll stop here. Yes. I think if others want to go for the break, I think it's okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, sometimes they are telling hereditary wise also the angry will be transmitted.
Size on the timings so that in the last session we can do some activity rather than just doing content. Let's move further. We were talking about happiness and unhappiness. So basically, when we talk of mental health or health of the self, what exactly do we mean when we say harmony in the self? So, if we see this yellow diagram represents the self or the consciousness. This red-brown one designates the body. So now you can see that within the self, there is what we call the natural acceptance, that inner voice. And within us, we also have the imagination, our desires, our thoughts, our expectations. And when we give instructions to the body acts accordingly in our behavior with other human beings, in our work with the rest of nature. So this natural acceptance is what I really want to be. Like we all said that we really want to be healthy. But when we ask, are we totally healthy? Then it becomes a question mark. So what we really want to be is our natural acceptance. You can call it conscience, you can call it inner voice, you can call it your true nature, innate intention, purpose, right understanding, pure self, all these names you can give it. And this imagination, my desires, my thoughts, my expectations, what I identify with, what we call our personality, this is what I am, or my current competence. So now what is being said is that when there is harmony in the self, that means when what I really want to be and what I am are in alignment, then we are in harmony. So when the imagination is in line with, or it is being guided by the natural acceptance, then we are in harmony. Rather than being guided by assumptions, or what somebody mentioned as preconditionings. So we are all conditioned in some way or the other. We grow up in a certain environment, we have certain experiences. With that we have some conditioning. We assume that that is how things are. But those assumptions may keep changing. But something that is absolute, unchanging, that is our natural acceptance, what I really want to be. That is unchanging. It has to do with our purpose, our true purpose, innate in us. And you will find that this natural acceptance is always for relationship. always for harmony, always for coexistence. It's not for opposition. It's not for disharmony. It's not for struggle. So when this, what I am, is in harmony with what I really want to be, or it is in alignment with that, then we are in harmony. So now, imagination is still there, sensations in the body are still there, but how we utilize this, that choice we are able to make with understanding. Is it making sense? Yes? No? Loudly? Yes? Example. Just now, what did we have to drink? Lemon mint tea. So actually there are no tea leaves. It is lemon mint water, hot water. Herbal tea you call it. Was it nice tasting? Okay, you added sugar, but was it nice tasting? Nice. So now, this is good for your body or not so good? Good for the body. If I ask you, what do you really want to be? Do you want to be nurturing the body or you want to harm the body? What is your nurture? So that is your natural acceptance. You want to nurture the body. Now, what I am, what we just had, you enjoyed the taste. Was it nurturing for the body? Yes, it was nurturing. Now what is happening? Your imagination, or what you actually did, your behavior, ultimately it boils down to what is inside. Of course, here we didn't have a choice, it was served. But by choice, we can make that choice that we want to nurture the body and we make choices that nurture the body. That becomes our main consideration. So then what I am and what I really want to be, they are in alignment. We'll take another example. See, we said that we want to be happy. We said that we have this natural acceptance. Our natural acceptance is for feeling of affection or feeling of jealousy. What is it? Feeling of affection. In our imagination, sometimes we may be having feeling of affection, sometimes we may be having feeling of jealousy. So whenever we have feeling of affection in our imagination, now it is in line with our natural acceptance. Yes? No? Yeah. So natural acceptance is for feeling of affection. Now when I have feeling of affection in me, my feeling is in line with natural acceptance or not in line? It is nice. It is in line. So now I am in harmony because my imagination is now in line with my natural acceptance. When I have jealousy, then what happens? At that time, at that moment when I have feeling of jealousy, my natural acceptance is for affection, but in my feelings I am having jealousy, then there will be disharmony. Is it making sense? Yes. So this, to be in this state of harmony or be feeling comfortable within, this is what is being referred to as happiness, a healthy self. On the other hand, My natural acceptance is to have food that is nurturing for the body. But if I am eating food due to peer pressure, somebody else is eating that, it looks like they are having fun, let's also eat. Now I have assumed this is going to lead to happiness. Sometimes I'm eating it only for taste. Tasty food, let's have it. I'm going after the sensation for happiness. But what was my natural acceptance? To have food that is nurturing for the body. Is this nurturing for the body? Yes, no? You weren't listening. I'll just repeat it. So my natural acceptance is for food that is nurturing for the body. Sometimes I don't eat food that is nurturing for the body. Sometimes I eat based on taste only. And it may not be nurturing. Sometimes I eat because somebody else is eating. And I think, oh, this looks like fun. They are enjoying themselves. You know, there are these cold drinks. Yeah. So even for cold drinks, there is this ad. How do they show the ad? They don't show somebody just drinking in isolation. They show a whole group of people enjoying, having fun. Now, if we get influenced by that, we feel, okay, drinking this is going to be fun. So we are doing this by peer pressure. But is it nurturing for the body? No. So now, listen, it's for you. So now, my natural acceptance was for food that is nurturing for the body, but I am thinking of something else which is not nurturing for the body. Abhi, I have not eaten also, but I am just thinking about all this. And I may end up, of course, eating that. So this state of contradiction in the self, that is stress. That is the same as unhappiness in the self. That is an unhealthy self. And this is bound to have an impact on the body. Like we took the example of what happens when we are angry. We can see that it has some impact on the body. Whenever there is disharmony in the self, when my imagination, my feelings, my thoughts are not in line with my natural acceptance, then I am in contradiction. I am unhappy. I am in disharmony. That is only stress. Or is stress something outside? Inside. Is it making sense now? Okay. So if we look at stress and in health, medical research estimates as much as 90% of illness and disease is stress linked. Can you believe that? 90% of physical health problems are related to stress. This is medical research. So all these high blood pressure, heart disease, blah, 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 all those things. This is from US. Then in the UK also, in 2018 study showed that in the year previous to that, 74% of people felt so stressed that they felt they were overwhelmed and unable to cope. 74%. So this is the impact. Chronic levels of unmanaged stress and anxiety, they naturally have an impact on the mental health. And these are Indian statistics from 2023. 74% of Indians in one study was suffering with stress, and 88% was suffering with some kind of anxiety disorder. So that shows us that we may be, going after whatever is considered successful, whatever is considered prosperity and all those things. But are we also aware of our mental health? If this higher percentage of people is suffering from stress, from anxiety disorders, then there must be something we are doing wrong. Yes? No? Yeah. So we have to take care of our mental health. We have to become aware of the mental health. We need a balance, isn't it? So some myths about stress. Sometimes we say stress is outside. Oh, I have this, these people are so stressful. I want to stay away from them. Now we think that the person has stressed me out, so I will avoid the person and problem solved. Or it might be that the situation is stressful. I feel that the situation is stressful. Driving to work every day, it is so stressful. So I have stopped driving. Better not to face all that stress. So we think situations are stressful, people are stressful, activities are stressful. And what do we do for stress management? We say avoid it. Avoid such people, avoid such situations, avoid such activities. Do gardening. Very angry. Take a punching bag and punch the bag nicely and get rid of your stress. This is what we say, right? So is it really taking care of the stress? Yeah, for temporarily it is gone from the front memory. It's like you're in the gas in the kitchen, it has 4 burners. So when you're actively cooking something, you put on the front burner. Then when you want to put it aside, but it needs to simmer, you put it on the back burner. So these things are now on the back burner, but the simmering is still going on inside. And it will surface one day. It will be like a volcano coming out. Isn't it? So the reality about stress is not out there. Stress is within. So when I am in harmony, I am calm, comfortable, and I don't disrupt the harmony of the body also. But when I am in disharmony, I am uncomfortable, I am unhappy, I am distressed. Now, it causes disharmony in the body also. My emotions, my stress is causing disharmony in the body. This is why so many people have anxiety disorder. This is why so many people have stress. They are finding it difficult to cope. So when I am in harmony, I respond to people, to situations, to activities. But when I am in disharmony, I react to the same situation, to the same activity, to the same person. So we ask this example, this question. When do you shout at or fight with your spouse or with your children or with your friends? When you are comfortable inside or uncomfortable inside? Uncomfortable. Anybody who fights when they feel good, comfortable? Anybody? No. You fight? No. Yeah. So the typical example we use here is, when does a mother beat her child? When she is comfortable or uncomfortable inside? All mothers, you can tell from your experience. Yes. Huh? What is that? Yeah. So we need to understand this stress, right? So what to do? We are searching for this excitement outside. We don't know the condition inside. We are facing all these problems of ups and downs in our mental health, in our physical health. We are moving, shifting from temporary excitement to temporary escape. But at some point, we may realize that even though we may not be thinking about it now, it is still there in the back burner. It is simmering, and it will come to the front sometime when the condition is right. You know how you plant a seed in the ground? Say you plant the seed and you forget it in the summer. It doesn't come out. But when the rains come, the seed is still in the ground. When the rains come and the sun is shining in between and all the conditions are right, that seed sprouts. So within us also many things are simmering inside somewhere, but we are not even aware. And when the condition is conducive outside, then suddenly it pops out. And then we shout, we scream. It's like a volcano has erupted. Yeah, like a pressure cooker. Because so much stress is inside. At some point, you can't handle it. That's when you use punching bag, this, that. But is it resolving the disharmony inside? It's not resolving it. For some time, you will forget about it. For that moment, it's okay, now I feel better. Because it was building up and I couldn't handle the pressure. Now I have taken it out. We think like this. But then it comes up again and comes up again. Isn't it? Yes, no? Anybody else? Are we awake or are we sleeping? Post-lunch sessions are a little challenging, I think. Yes. So eventually, what is the solution? If we keep doing this, we are not getting any answers. Ultimately, we need to transform from within. For that, we need to make some effort inside. So we are mostly spending our time looking outward, but we don't spend any time looking inward. Now we need to start looking inward, and ultimately having this right understanding, having this right feeling within, and there you can see the possibility of continuity of happiness. It may take time, but we will start seeing the results soon. Does this seem like a fair possibility to pursue? Or no? Yes. And if we don't have patience, then we will go back to this. Then also we are not happy. Yeah. So a healthy self is a self with right understanding and right feeling. One point about the right feeling is it has the feeling of responsibility towards the body. So it will take all the necessary steps, give the right instructions to the body so that health of the body is maintained. On the other hand, a self without understanding may have all kinds of assumptions. There is a possibility that based on the assumption, we may not take responsibility for the health of the body. You will see this in many youth. Oh, why should we not smoke or drink? What's the problem? Your health of the body will suffer. Doctors are there, they will take care of it. Or if there is something that there is no cure for now, by the time it bothers me, there will be some cure. Somebody will find a cure. This is the kind of thing. We are outsourcing our health to somebody else. So the lack of responsibility towards the body will make us give those instructions which may lead to ill health in the body. So in a healthy self, there is harmony within, there is happiness within. In an unhealthy self, there is disharmony within, unhappiness, conflict within. And in a healthy self, our purpose is very clear. Our purpose is for development of the self. And for that, we participate with others with responsibility. But in the case of an unhealthy self, the purpose is not clear. Why am I here? Who knows? Maybe just to enjoy. What is that? Eat, drink, and be merry. That might become our purpose. So there we are searching for happiness outside. Right understanding and right feeling, because it's difficult to fit in everything. So this is what we are saying. A healthy self has right understanding and right feeling in the consciousness. With that, there is feeling of responsibility towards the body that leads to health in the body. So then the body will act according to whatever I tell it, and there will be harmony among the parts of the body. Right? Simple. So what are some of the examples that we can see with this? If I have taken responsibility for the body, will I eat food that is nurturing or will I eat food that is harmful? Nurturing. Will I eat the right amount or I will overeat? Will I eat at the right time or just at any time? So we'll find out when we discuss the daily routine, what is the right time to eat? What is the right time to drink water? What is the right time to sleep? All that we'll be discussing. Many of us may be already doing that, but we'll discuss it formally. So when there's lack of responsibility, we may be eating food mainly for taste, consuming larger than required quantity because we want this continuous happiness. And if we look at protection, see, when we are responsible towards the body, we nurture the body, we protect the body, we rightly utilize the body. So if we are responsible towards the body, we will protect it from the elements, bad weather and so on. We will wear the appropriate clothes so that the body is protected. We will protect it from disease, right? But if we lack this responsibility, now we will make our clothes choice based on what will bring, what will attract people's attention to my clothes, or which brand is the clothes. I want to wear those shoes, but let me see, is it that brand or is it just some brand? No, I want to wear the branded clothes because that is what will draw everybody's attention. It's very interesting that in the winter, the gents take out all their suits in the cold weather. And the ladies, they shed all their warm clothes. They are wearing saris. The arms are bare. It may be because we are trying to show the saris. Does it happen? Did you follow what I said? No? So when it is cold weather, what is the appropriate dress? That you want to wear sweater, shawl, something to protect the body. But if I have bought a new sari and I want people to admire that sari, then I might not wear the sweater, not wear the shawl, so that people look at my sari and appreciate. This is what I was saying. So sometimes we may be doing that. if we lack responsibility towards the body, we are not aware of our responsibility to protect the body. And then we go into victim mode. I can't do anything, I have this problem, I'm not taking responsibility, and I say that, okay, it will be taken care of by doctors, by hospitals, let them deal with it, what is there. Somebody says you can do this, you can do this exercise. What is there? I have insurance. Let them deal with it. I'm not saying we do that, but that might be one way of looking at it. And some people do look at it that way. I had a patient one time whose father had dengue fever or some fever, and at that time he was able to eat and drink fine. He was walking about. So I mentioned a few things that he can do at home to improve his health. Then he said, why should I bother? I have insurance. When will the insurance come in handy? I have been paying insurance, now let them do. I'll get admitted in the hospital, let them take care. So there we are in victim mode. We are depending on others, outsourcing the responsibility. Similarly, right utilization of the body. What is the purpose of the body? Is to aid the purpose of the self. What is the purpose of the self? To develop, self-development. So we will use the body for fulfilling the purpose of the self. But if we are not responsible, we lack understanding, then the purpose is also not clear. We might assume that getting respect from others, having pleasant sensations, that only is fine. So we work hard to make the body healthy. But after the body becomes healthy, then again we go back to indulging. Oh, good food, tasty food, everything. No? I think our time is up, no? Let me just see. Okay, we'll just finish this and then we'll close. So basically, we are saying happiness is the state of being in harmony, being comfortable within, a state that is naturally acceptable to me, and one that I want to continue to be in. But when we don't understand happiness, we try to seek it from outside, in the form of excitement or pleasure. For example, through pleasant sensations, through feelings from others. And one is that now we are dependent on somebody else for our happiness. The other is, there is no continuity possible in that. You are at the mercy of the other person. So this impact of unhappiness and seeking happiness from outside can lead to mood swings. So we keep fluctuating between feeling very good and feeling very low, the highs and lows. And it also has impact on physical health. Today we can say that many diseases are psychosomatic, which just means mental health is the problem and it is causing an impact on the body. So many such things keep happening. How to resolve it? By the transformation within, through right understanding. Then there can be health in the self. That means right understanding in the self. That can lead to right feeling and harmony in the self. Then with that harmony, what is happening? My imagination is now in line with my natural acceptance. This is what the harmony in the self is. While an unhealthy self lacks right understanding, there is contradiction within and there is stress. And we said stress accounts for 90% of illness and disease. So a healthy self will have right feeling towards the body, to nurture it, protect it, and rightly utilize it, so that there can be harmony in the body. Okay? we'll close here. Right now we don't have time for questions, but think over this today, and Dr. Mirunali will be talking to you a little bit about tomorrow and about the rest of today when you go home. And then we'll discuss your questions and observations about this tomorrow. Okay?
Thank you all for joining us for today. So this is the session plan we have for this 5 days FTP. So today we have finished up to the third session. Session 1, 2 and 3 we have finished today. So what we are handing over now contains 2 papers. One is the activity, that is practical session 1, are you healthy? So this contains a series of questions which we will need to answer and finally come to a score and assess how healthy we are. So that will be the activity for today. And in the second page, we can see 4 questions. So that is the assignment for today. So based on these 3 sessions, there are 4 questions which we will need to answer, write it in the paper and bring it tomorrow for submission. So that is the activity and the assignment for day 1. And tomorrow, the session starts sharp at 8:30. The theory sessions, that is the session 4, 5, 6 and practical session 2 is planned from 8:45 onwards. And from 8:30 to 8:45, we have a session on body postures and regulated breathing. We can see here in session 10, we have this topic of labor, exercise, postures and breath regulation, which falls into one level of program for maintaining healthy body, physical health. So for that, we have planned a 15 minutes body postures and breathing, which is instructional based, where the video will be played, audio instructions will be there, and those of us who are willing to do it can do it in the hall along with the video. So that will be from 8:30 to 8:45. So that is all. So tomorrow we'll all meet again at 8:30 and we'll make arrangements so we can all follow those instructional videos. So it is advised to have light breakfast if possible, but it's open to all. Thank you.